what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, energy drink, coffee, or if you don't like caffeine, water, whatever you want, as we go over some crypto news. Maybe not the latest and greatest, maybe not the most dramatic, maybe not the hotness, but we do go over some crypto news. The market's looking pretty good. Bitcoin holding over that 23K, just over that 23K area. We got a few coins popping off like Avalanche, Monero, whatever the hell TMG is. I found out what TWT is. That's Trust Wallet token. Didn't know they had a token, but apparently that was making a nice pattern that people were buying into. And look at Flux, baby. Look at Flux. Almost $1, baby. Plus 34%. Let's go. Gala also pumping at plus 15%. So some altcoins on the rise. That's good to see. And Bitcoin holding above that 23K arena. So how are you all doing? Hope you're having a great day. Wherever you are in this crazy ass world. It's after 8 seconds, YouTube. Don't get me on that one. And it's in the Bible. You can't get me for it. We are getting suppressed at, anytime we try to break above the 23,800 area. There's some severe resistance there. And we could see that looking at the past. This was a contested area, right? Like the Horde in the Alliance, contested area, PvP, buyers and sellers are getting there. They're going to South Shore and just, ripping on each other. And we can't get anywhere above this. But will we break through it? It's possible. I'm concerned a little bit about a little bit more of a pullback. Filling in one of the gaps that they said are here. And I was blocking most of that, but you could see right around that 23.8 arena is where we're getting held down. So we'll see if we'll be able to push past it. So very interesting. Notes and other stuff. Relays. Notes and other stuff transmitted through relays, was getting a lot of traffic. I saw Edward Snowden posted something talking about, where it's not censored and, people can't block this or that, whatever, decentralized, all the good stuff that people like. And then Flux announced this. Now, I believe this had a strong correlation to the reason why Flux pumped this announcement, so to speak. Now it's available on Flux Cloud, but Flux has got a lot of promising aspects to it. So I don't think it's just this, but this obviously drew some attention since how would you say that? Is it Nostra? Nostra? Is that how you pronounce it correctly? NOSTR. Notes and other stuff transmitted through relay. That definitely got it some attention. So, but obviously we got the Flux Halving coming up, right? And so with the Flux Halving coming up, usually before a halving, as I mentioned in my video, and as many of us content creators in the crypto space mentioned, there's usually a pump up before the halving. Then the halving happens, and then it starts to dip down, move sideways for quite some time, and then it will eventually start to ramp up. As Flux, the team, continues to develop and innovate and come out with new features, then, we could see Flux continue to move further up, and up. But there's a lot of people, not just miners, right? Is the Flux cryptocurrency, yes, it's just proof of work, but it's not just for miners. There's a lot of aspects and features that make it intriguing, not just for devs, but traders. So Flux has a good foundation to take over the crown from a proof of work standpoint, but it's still got a long way to go to compete with some of the other chains and cryptocurrencies out there. But it's doing a good job. All right. The biggest thing is continuing to develop, continuing to innovate, and they're doing that. But yeah, I did my video. A number of people did their videos on the halving coming up. So the halving has caused people to start investing more into Flux, obviously pushing the price higher. Then we had the notes and other stuff transmitted through relay that was getting attention from various personnel, including Edward Snowden, And then Flux announced that it's available through Flux Cloud, help pushing the price up a little bit more. I'm very interested to see how things pan out going forward. So Bitcoin doing good. Altcoins, various altcoins, maybe not all of them. Remember, Avalanche had a dip during the bear market, which is still technically, I know a lot of people are saying the bear market's over. I don't think the bear market's over. It's just, this is a swing phase, right? We're moving upwards. I think we got some sideways action to happen. We might pull back again, the 19K, go sideways and then push back up even further. But we really got that serious resistance at that 23,800 that we need to push through. And as long as we don't have any crazy news coming out, world impacting, global changing, crazy news, then we should be good. But of course, the FTX contagion still continues on. Thank you everybody coming over from the Crypto Mikkel raid. We're gonna actually, one second, all my people that watch in the future. What's up, Sebs Chaps? First time 13, Gandalf Gray, Paul D, always the first on my videos. DJ Mines, how you doing, brother? Automatic Beats, Chris GTR. Hopefully good news from the Fed on the 1st. Yes, indeed. That's one of the things we're looking forward to with the meetings coming up. Integra Guy, Robert Evo. I'm just going to say Evo. Little Time Mining, IATG 2001. Solar Miner in Spain. What is up from Spain, buddy? Sadie, Crypto Mikkel, thank you again for bringing everybody over. Magic Lucky. All right. And I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Nidjuice? Oh my god. I don't want to butcher it. How do you feel about Flux saying that they want Titan nodes to be hosted by data centers only and that the average person shouldn't be able to host one? Doesn't that go against crypto? So it depends. The Titan nodes and Crypto Mikkel can speak better to the Flux node situation more than I can, right? Cumulus nodes, no problem. The average user can have a bunch of them. Even the middle one, which I forgot the name, Nimbus, I think. Cumulus, Nimbus, Titan, right? Anyways, Crypto Mikkel is better at this than I am. But as far as Flux would prefer a more enterprise environment for the Titan nodes, I could understand that for security reasons. But again, because you want the network to be decentralized and every average individual to be able to participate in various means, I understand both sides of the coin. How I feel about it is I understand. I just don't agree. But we'll see how things shake out in the long term. I believe Flux is doing a good job innovating and moving forward with, not only into the Web3 space, but maintaining or trying to integrate their proof of work ecosystem into a greater overall project. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, they got a long way to go to compete with some of the other tokens that are out there, some of the other projects that, like Chainlink and stuff like that, and Polygon Matic, but I think it definitely could be done. It's a different product. It's a different product with different features. So we'll see how things go. But other tokens that are popping off that are trending right now, Solana is, Shiba Inu's picking back up. Matic looking pretty good. We're over $1 now, where I believe earlier this week we were not. Terra Luna Classic just won't die, but it's still there. ApeCoin down 2% today, but it's been like 15% over the past 7 days since we last filmed. Phantom doing good, almost 30% over the last 7 days. So here's some of your Engine Coin, one of the coins that I do have a bag of, that I overall view it as a possible good project in the future, especially for the gaming Web3 ecosystem. We'll have to wait and see if that pans out. Cardano also looking good. Cardano's slow and steady, right? It's not one that's going to make you rich overnight, but it's definitely one that if you got a bag and continue to accumulate, not financial advice, it should look pretty good. And then obviously the new Terra Luna at $2, and for some reason up 2% today. I don't understand it. People just won't give up on it. Just let it go. Aptos, APT, over 30 days, 453%. That's ridiculous. Let's go take a quick look at Aptos, and then we'll get into some articles that I have laid out. Vision and blockchain that brings mainstream adoption of Web3 and empowers the ecosystem, adapts to solve real-world user problems. It's a POS blockchain, it's a proof of stake blockchain, theoretical transaction throughput of over 150,000 transactions per second. Usually when people say that and then they actually hit it, it causes issues, but we'll see. Which actually, Cardano had an issue. They had a blip in the radar, but it recovered nicely. And the chances of that issue happening again, because a series of variables just happened to align perfectly, is not likely. So very interesting that Cardano is a resilient blockchain, but that's what I would expect from Mr. Charles Hoskinson and team, IOHK. All right, so moving on, looking very good for Flux. Very interested in what they're doing. We got the Halving coming up, but moving on with the news, we finally know whom FTX owes money to: Wall Street elite, big tech, airlines, and many more. Now, this is just like any other bankruptcy, right? You know, Tom Brady, Giselle, a number of celebrities that were invested in FTX, and these big tech companies and Wall Street elite and airline companies and blah, blah, blah are going to get their money first. By the time it gets down to the average user, say for, you know, say I had $1,000 something, $2,000, $3,000 in FTX, will I get that money back? I'm going to say no, unfortunately, because they're more than likely going to run out of funds paying back the big guys before they even get to you, because they don't even have all the funds to begin with. So, moving on, newly unsealed bankruptcy documents revealed thousands of creditors to whom FTX owes money. And after once mighty crypto exchange collapsed in November, Wall Street heavyweights including Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are named in the creditor list, which includes businesses, charities, individuals, and other entities in a 116-page document filed late Wednesday. FTX is now at the center of a massive fraud investigation. Also included in the creditors list are media companies such as the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, commercial airliners including American Airlines, United, Southwest, Spirit, as well as several big tech players including Netflix, Apple, and Meta, or aka Facebook. Yeah, that's some pretty big names that bet that FTX was going to continue to go up and up and do really good. What's up, Chum Change? Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Crypto Paper Route, appreciate you. All right, if you guys need my attention, please at or send me a super chat. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on rocking and rolling. What's up, Chris from Doge Lord Coffee? Something I am currently partaking in right now, if you guys haven't checked it out. I play it at like the end of every one of my videos. You guys should know by now. But this sucks. This sucks. A lot of big players involved. I suspected it, but now we have a 116-page document kind of listing out all the creditors that that were involved with FTX. I am currently still working, by the way. I was on call last week, and I'm on call for a different reason this week. But thank you for bearing with me. Anyways, the contagion continues. Don't sell or share my personal information, please. Thank you. Sam Bankman-Fried seeks right to transfer FTX crypto. Lawyers for the bankrupt crypto exchange founder said that there was no evidence for restricting his access to crypto held by FTX as part of the bail conditions in a fraud trial. What? So he argued he should be allowed access to the asset and crypto held by his former company, FTX, saying there's no evidence he's responsible for previous alleged unauthorized transactions. Interesting. Very interesting. As part of his bail conditions, Bankman-Fried was prohibited from accessing cryptocurrency held by FTX and his trading arm, Alameda Research. After the government pointed to illicit transfers made by Alameda wallets, the bar includes crypto purchase with FTX Alameda funds. Nearly 3 weeks have passed since the initial pretrial conference, and we assume that the government's investigation had confirmed that Mr. Bankman-Fried had said all along, namely that he did not access and transfer these assets. Okay, so the funds that were moved during the bankruptcy filing was not him. But I believe Mario and the crew over there on Twitter Spaces, the independent investigative journalist, so to speak, were saying what's his name was involved. I forgot his name though. Given that the sole basis advance for seeking that condition has not been supported. We believe that the bail condition imposed on the conference should be removed. Interesting. What would you do with these funds, sir? Why do you need access to it? And what would you do with it? You're going to pay back the people you owe? Requiring Mr. Bankman-Fried to include counsel in every communication with the former or current FTX employee would place an unnecessary strain on his resources and prejudice his ability to defend this case, says Mr. Cohen. Many of these individuals are Mr. Bankman-Fried's friends. Imposing a blanket restriction on his contract with them would remove an important source of personal support. Oh, you need your friends? I'm sorry. You need your friends. You need somebody to hold you and to tell you they love you. Shut the Anyways, I'm going to be putting these articles in the description if you feel like checking them out. I have no pity for this man. Maybe he had a great plan. Maybe it was going to work out, but committing fraud to do a great plan is still fraud. So you can kiss my assets. Thank you for the $5.49, Seb. No question, just a cup of coffee. Appreciate you. I would definitely take a cup of coffee over that. Moving on. The good old... What is his name? Gollum? Is it Gollum? What's the guy? Yeah. What's the guy that's my precious? From Lord of the Rings. It's Gollum, right? So, SEC Chair Gary Gensler says there are 3 ways to tell if a crypto project is a scam. Yeah, if the chair is sitting with them in meetings behind closed doors, behind the scenes, scam. Something looks too good to be true. Sometimes they really are, Gary Gensler says. There are certainly red flags that you can look for beyond it being too good to be true. In general, Gensler laid out 3 telltale signs that something may be a scam. 1, the crypto project can't provide clear documentation regarding how it works or how it plans to deliver on its goals. 2, the project can't demonstrate that it's in regulatory compliance. And 3, the project can't easily explain what it is at all. So basically, the project can't explain what they are to the world, which usually that's done in the white paper, on their website, traditional marketing, stuff like that. As a project can't explain what it's all about or what its intent is, and it doesn't have like a timeline or projected plan of attack. Which I don't know, man. I mean, let's go back here real quick. So CoinMarketCap, we're over the 22,000 mark of various cryptos. So there's over 22,000 cryptocurrencies just on CoinMarketCap. That's not all the cryptocurrencies that are out there, but just on CoinMarketCap, there's over 22,000. And as I said before, 97, probably 98% now of them are coins. They're crap. They have no real tangible purpose. There's no real benefit to them. They're not really innovating, right? They're trying to get you to exchange, and we experienced this in the past, right? They try to get people to exchange their Ethereum for their S coin for false promises or whatever in the future. So out of 22,000 plus coins, 98% of them are crap. And Mr. Gensler says these are the top 3 things to tell if the token or project is a scam. And I'm going to read that to you one more time as I put this article in the description. Don't forget to check out the description, to follow me on Twitter and all that good stuff. Clicking links in the description and affiliate links especially help out the channel. I appreciate you very much. However, there are more important things, as one of our buddies, Variant HJ, has taken a hit. Crypto Mikkel, I want you to send me that stuff. Actually, I'll go and get it here in a minute. We'll talk about it towards the end of the stream. Send it to me on Discord, Crypto Mikkel, if you're still here. So anyways, the number 1 thing, the crypto project can't provide clear documentation regarding how it works and how it plans to deliver its goals. Number 2, the project can't demonstrate that it's in regulatory compliance. And number 3, it can't easily explain what the hell it is. All right. Those are your top 3 things Mr. Expert Gary Gensler says to help you identify if a cryptocurrency project is a scam. Mikhail, check your Discord. What's on blockchain is transparent, but the rest of what's there is not transparent. Okay. It just goes on to talk a little bit more. So what is this here? What are the risks for investing in crypto? Listen to my discussion with Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw and the U.S. Army. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyways, moving on. CZ predicts existential implications for anti-crypto traditional finance. While the reluctance of traditional players is a deterrent to crypto adoption in the short term, CZ argues the decision might backfire over the next 2 decades. As traditional institutions proactively reduce exposure to cryptocurrencies as a reaction to ecosystem collapse in 2022, Binance CEO CZ believes this move could potentially have a negative impact on such traditional financial players. The collapse of major crypto companies such as FTX, Terraform Labs reduced trust among investors and forced the traditional market to reevaluate their strategies for stepping into the crypto ecosystem in the damn first place. While the reluctance of traditional players stands as a deterrent to crypto adoption in the short term, CZ argues that the decision might backfire over the next 2 decades. The lack of crypto adoption, might have existential implications for traditional finance players in 10 to 20 years. Regulators rightfully will scrutinize this industry much, much harder, which is probably a good thing, to be honest, says CZ. But where's the why? Where's the why? Okay, so we're going to delay adoption. So let's start recovering from the traumas of 2022. The overall positive sentiment is support by a slow but consistent bull run, which has brought back Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Every employee is subject to 90-day hold on any investments they make, and Binance leaders are mandated to report any trading activity on a quarterly basis. So, I mean, anti-crypto traditional finance. All right, CZ. I if you guys understand that, have at it. I'm not really wrapping my head around that one. I might need more coffee. So I'll let you guys. Oops. Discord noises. All right, here we go. I'm going to put it up on Notepad for you. And I'm going to try to grab the picture as well. But bear with me here. One of our friends, Variant 8, or Jay, had a house fire, and him and his family lost everything that they have, unfortunately. And so DCA team did a stream last night. If you guys got certain size shoes and clothes and stuff like that, they can use it as well. Do I have a picture of the fire? Yes, here we go. So let me go ahead and open this up for you guys. Unfortunately, there's nothing left. So if there's anything you guys can do, I posted it in the live chat. And here it is on screen. Cash App, Cryptonaut. And then there's the Bitcoin. There's the LTC address. Anything to help them out. I did send them some of my own funds, what I could. And hopefully, thank God Jay and the family are safe. But unfortunately, they lost everything. So they're having they got us this crap on their back. And they just got to make it through life and start all over, unfortunately. So any help would be greatly appreciated. And I thank you very much for your support, Crypto fam. All right, moving on. Genesis Capital. The Genesis Capital fall might transform crypto lending, not bury it, right? Trade-Fi firms with expertise in risk management may soon fill the void left by bankrupt crypto lenders, says Duke Finance professor. Is crypto lending dead, or does it just need better execution? It just needs better execution. Let's just be honest. That's a question asked with more urgency in the wake of the Genesis Capital January 19th bankruptcy filing. That, in turn, followed by the demise of other prominent crypto leaders, including Celsius Network, Voyager Digital, yada, 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 BlockFi, blah, 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 all the names that you know of. Unlike many traditional creditors like banks, cryptocurrency lenders aren't required to have capital or liquidity buffers to help them weather the hard times. The collateral they hold, cryptocurrencies, typically suffer from high volatility. Thus, when markets plunge, it can hit crypto lenders like an avalanche. Edward Moya, a senior marketing analyst of Oanda, told Cointelegraph, the demise of crypto lender Genesis reminded traders that there still needs to be a lot more cleaning up in the cryptoverse. You don't need exposure to FTX to go under, and that theme might continue for a while for many distressed crypto companies. Echoing those comments, somebody named Francisco, I think, expects to see contagion from these meltdowns continue to reverberate this year and maybe the next few. So the reason I wanted to bring this part up, and again, I'm going to drop this in the description, is because this is one of the reasons why I still believe there's a little bit more pain to be felt. And I see somebody ping me. Give me 1 second. I'll check the chat here in just a moment. And that's why we could, go back down. Plus, there's a gap. So looking at the chart, I think we could easily fall down, back down to 19.5, maybe the 19K range period, right? Hold steady for a little bit, and then go back up. Depending on the news itself that comes out or continues to come out from, the fallout of said companies, projects, whatever, kind of over leveraging themselves, right? Everybody wants to talk, and we see it on CoinMarketCap. We actually see, for example, let me go here real quick. If we click on Bitcoin and we click on markets, you will see an icon next to each of these. For example, Binance. You guys see this? Right? So there's a little icon right next to Binance. And it's basically proof of reserves. But the problem with this is we still don't have proof of liabilities. We don't know what their promises or their leverage or what they owe, their debts. We don't know any of that. We got proof of reserves, but we don't have proof of the liabilities. And that's what draws an accurate picture of an exchange being good, especially if that exchange has an exorbitant amount of money in their own cryptocurrency that they created out of thin air. So, I do agree with that statement that I just read from you, from the CEO of Cadena Echo, layer 1 blockchain, blah, blah, blah. That, the contagion meltdowns can continue to be felt or reverberate throughout this, the ecosystem. I don't know about it being like years, but maybe, continue to be felt throughout 2023, a little bit into 2024, and then we should be able to move on with our lives, hopefully with a better built system overall, and start to see new gains in the crypto world. Maybe reaching our previous all-time highs, and this is just pure speculation, not financial advice, just a random predictions from some dude on the damn internet. Late 2024, mid 2025. That's a broad range. I know that's like Comcast hours. Will be there between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. But somewhere in there, I believe we're going to get close to our previous all-time highs. But will we make new all-time highs? Maybe not in that same time frame, but shortly or sometime after, maybe a year or so following. It really just depends. But we do need good people in leadership roles that run these companies to make good decisions that's best for the average user rather than for their pocketbook and their top executives and everybody driving around in Lambos and Mercedes. So we'll see how things pan out. But crypto lending is not kaput. Crypto lending is going to continue to go, just if you are the end user and you go to an exchange or a platform and it's promising an exorbitant amount of APY, or, you know, like, hey, you're going to get 25%. If you store your crypto with us, you're going to get 25, 35, 40% back, you know, interest back on your crypto just by storing it with us. You know, that's obviously a huge red flag. And I still actually see some projects out there that do have like that type of marketing out there, which is incorrect. But 9 times out of 10, most of them, like when it comes to staking, and there's going to be a video that comes out in the future. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel about responsible staking and what to look for, and trying to do some research to identify where you should keep your crypto. You should keep it in a hardware wallet that you own the private keys to, but a wallet that you own the private keys to will have full control. And staking that crypto, you usually make like 3 to maybe 7 or 8%. Some have 12 or 10. But if you start getting that 20, 25, 40, 30, like it starts to like a little bit skeptical. So you got to be careful, okay? All right, so let's see here. Okay, Doge Lord, you were just saying thank you for everyone who has helped the DC Adventure raise funds for our boy Jay Variant 8. Yeah, Jay is actually, if you look at my chart here, he's actually the one that provided some of the indicators that I use to honestly make trades and play the crypto game, and honestly the traditional stock game, because I'm really diverse, right? I'm not just in one thing. I don't want you guys thinking you know, I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I do like Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin a lot compared to some of the other cryptocurrencies, and it is a majority of my portfolio. But I diversify. All right, I'm in crypto, I'm in traditional stocks, I'm in real estate. I'm doing everything I can to spread my weight out as if I'm on top of ice, right? A thin sheet of ice that if you just stand in one spot with all your weight, you're going to break right through that ice and fall through. I'm spreading it out as much as I can because I'm trying to build financial wealth for my future family. That's what I care about. I could be broke as hell, which I am. As long as my bills are paid, my kids are fed, my wife is happy, I am good. Now, I would like a Lambo. Actually, I would like a GR Corolla that Mr. McKell was talking about the other day, but, you know, in progress. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, crypto lending is not done with, and you're going to still continue to see different variations and ways for people to earn additional crypto just by storing XYZ currency. But this article goes on and on and on. I'm not going to go that far into it. Yeah, CoffeeZilla has been on a roll lately. Salt lending goes bust. If you currently have money on lending platform or earn platform, get it off. We did not publish this as a notice of going bust. We are pausing the deal with the fallout of FTX to confirm that none of our counterparties have any additional risk, so that we can proceed with the maximum caution with all efforts to direct at not going bust. More info soon. Interesting. So I mean, it's still the aftershocks in the overall crypto world from FTX, and I think we're still gonna continue to feel that. And we could pull back a little bit. I'm not saying we're going to go down to 10K overnight, but we could definitely pull back. 19K is possible. Honestly, 16.3 for some reason is still showing up on some of the charts and indicators, but I don't think we'll get that low. But the hard part is right now, because so much of the cryptocurrency is off of exchanges, it's a lot easier to manipulate or to affect change in the price, and the swings could be quite mighty. So we'll have to wait and see, and I do not have a crystal ball. But I do believe in cryptocurrency long term, especially Bitcoin long term. Elizabeth Warren, crypto giants are collapsing under the weight of their own fraud. Just more politicians just taking advantage of the situation or the overall situation and use it to make whatever soapbox they want and stand on it and yell at people. Let's see what she says, though. All right, so Senator Elizabeth Warren, a longtime crypto critic, yeah, along with Schumer, right? Schumer's the one that really went hard after Silk Road made a lot of people worried and afraid and get rid of their crypto. And much of that crypto is now in the arms of the government, unfortunately. So the government's the biggest owner of crypto, to be honest. So anyways, she warned of recent turbulence in the digital asset space will only continue unless a host of regulators strengthen protections for investors. For all their talk of innovation and financial inclusion, crypto industry giants from FTX, Celsius to Voyager are collapsing under the weight of their own fraud, deceit, and gross mismanagement, she said. And when they sink, they take a lot of honest investors down with them. I don't know about honest investors. Takes a majority of trash and lying and deceitful investors with a few honest investors. But anyways, we know about the charges, the collapse of FTX, whatever. What are you saying, Warren? You're telling me everything I already know. Meaningful consequences for bad actors. Okay. They need to protect consumers, educate investors, and pursue meaningful consequences for bad actors. Yeah, it's kind of funny that SBF was able to get out pretty easily. Crypto fraud is a big problem, but it's one we can fix. Okay, I'm glad you feel that way. The SEC in the past 2 years has made a good start by keeping the crypto volatility out of traditional banking system and preventing Bitcoin exchange traded funds from hitting the market, she said. And without naming Bankman-Fried directly, Warren praised the SEC for charging crypto crooks with defrauding ordinary investors. All our regulators need to get in the game, Warren said, calling on environmental and banking officials to step up. Crypto mining firms are polluting communities. Oh my Jesus loves me. Golly, come on. Seriously? Maybe a portion of it, yes, but they're whatever. Anyways, they're straining power grids and they're driving up utility costs in the communities for Texas and New York. Everybody wants something to blame, man. Both the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection Agency have the authority to require crypto miners to disclose their energy use and their environmental impact. Wow. That would be stupid. That would be pretty damn dumb if they tried to do that. Anyways, rise of crypto-friendly banks, blah, 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 greater risk, raising the specter of crypto collapse in which American taxpayers are left holding the bag. It's the bank's regulators' job to insulate the banking system and taxpayers from the risks of crypto fraud, blah, blah, blah. No financial industry should get to write its own playbook. You either comply with the law or you face tough consequences for violating it. Crypto is no different. Just regulate it smartly. Understand the fundamentals. If you don't understand, reach out to knowledgeable people in the space that do and regulate it in a smart, cohesive way. Stop using things as scapegoats, people. Come on. Anyways, don't share or sell my personal data. Okay, so she's on the Gary Gensler's side. And she obviously doesn't understand the full aspect of crypto mining in general. Many of the mining operations, large scale, mid scale, how they're using energy efficient approaches or carbon neutral approaches to provide power for their facilities. She's just on the same side that Gensler is, and we know Gensler's on the jackass side because he was in the back room making deals with some of these people. So as far as protecting the average investor, I agree. You got to be careful how they integrate crypto into the banks, but we'll see how that goes because we know a lot of banks are trying to offer crypto services now. So we'll see how that pans out. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget, tax season's coming up. IRS reminds taxpayers of crypto income reporting ahead of 2022 filing. My boy Max Voltage did a really good job of kind of guiding or not guiding, right? Because he's not a CPA, he's not a tax professional, but providing insight, right? Basic insight, obviously advising you to reach out to your local CPA or tax professional, but basic insight on crypto and some of the stipulated stuff like that. Did a really good job last year. There's various means of tracking your crypto and providing the necessary documentation. Let's see here, crypto. I want to mention the one that he talked about, Coinly. Coinly's the one right here. So see how much crypto tax you owe to the IRS. IRS compliant, fully automatic, form 8949, and it works with TurboTax. I use TurboTax. I also use cointracker.io, but Coinly is cheaper than CoinTracker. But there's a lot of good tools to help you out. But just know that you could do much of it, like the between the IRS public website or government website. There are a number of tools available to you that are free that you can use to manage and track everything, your funds and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a fun time, especially because of all the losses many of us have received thanks to the FTX debacle. But you know, a lot of people before the end of the tax year of 2022 were doing a lot of tax loss harvesting to try to circumvent that. But yeah, most of us are probably in the losses category rather than the gains category. So we'll see how that thing pans out. But if you were $1 cost averaging, not financial advice, dollar cost averaging into crypto, and buying on a regular basis, you actually might have some gains rather than some losses. But for many that, you know, bought in at a certain time, and then everything collapsed and hasn't bought back or tried to accumulate more, then you're obviously going to be in the negative. So we'll see how things pan out. But most of the companies should be sending you forms, like Coinbase. I believe if it's not out already, it will be out here on the 31st or maybe a few days into February. Robinhood, if you invest in crypto through that, it should be mid-February. Acorns, which is traditional finance. But also, there's something I wanted to show you. The future video is coming up. That form should be out hopefully end of February, beginning of March, hopefully sooner. So everybody, you should be getting your forms, your W-2s, all your stuff that you need to move forward with your taxes and so on. Now, just to wrap up, we're just chilling here. That's the end of the show. I thank you very much for hanging out with me. It seems the frames are getting choppy now all of a sudden. I wonder if Comcast, it was doing good for a minute there. I wonder if Comcast is being silly. But basically, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to continue on with my live guests as we get ready for Rapid Mining to come on at 1 p.m. And I also got some things I need to do besides work at that time. So I thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure you hit the like button. And my live viewers, hang out, stay here. But for my future viewers, hit the like button on the way out. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. Include how you can help Variant 8 or our friend Jay, who his family is in need of the crypto community's help. So I've been trying to sell the 79, no, excuse me, the 5900X for a while, and nobody's picked it up. You're gonna hold steady? Okay, good job. So I would like to upgrade to the 7000 series AMD CPUs. I am waiting for the 3D SKUs to come out, which there is a little bit on something on video cards for it, but yeah. Let's see here. The large US retailer now offers, so Micro Center is now offering the Ryzen 9 7900X for less than the slower non-X model. What may be important is to note is that the latter is offered with free 32 gigabyte DDR5 6000 memory kit worth around 150, adding even more questions to Micro Center's pricing strategy. Is that true? Did they fix that? Let's go see here. 7900X. Sure enough, it's still available at a micro center near you. $417 for 7900X, and you get free 32 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 memory, plus motherboard bundles. What? What? That's pretty sick, guys. That's not a bad setup right there. Look, you get a Ryzen 9 7900X. You get an Asus Strix that looks like an F. Is that an F? Yeah, the B650EF. So that's an extended ATX motherboard. Beefy, decent VRMs. Looks like 3 M.2 slots, 2 PCI by 16 slots. Obviously, on this board, it looks like only the top one and the top PCI or NVMe slot is Gen 5. While the other ones would be lesser bandwidth or bandwidth through the chipset. Dude, that's a good deal. Anybody near a micro center? Micro center is like rodents of unusual size. They don't exist. Yeah, there's not one near me. There's not one near me, and there's not one near a couple of the friends that we have throughout the ecosystem. But that's not bad. I mean, the Flare X memory is certified like good. I mean, it's not RGB, but I mean, $599 is not bad considering that what the CPU sold for $700 and something by itself. So it's $417.98 by itself, but with the bundle, so an extra 100 and some change, you can get a full setup. I would need a new case though, because my case can't support extended ATX. But if somebody can get this at a micro center, let me know. I have one at you. Okay, so Crypto Dozy, you have one in Yonkers. I used to live in the Bronx, by the way. That's very interesting. That's a pretty good deal, guys. If you guys are near a micro center and you need to upgrade, go for it. Like I've been trying to get rid of my my 5900X, the ASRock Tachi Razor X570, and my Crucial Ballistics 4400 memory in order to upgrade, but I never really got somebody to commit to buying it, unfortunately. And I was really waiting for this, right? And so that's probably why there's deals going down. As we got the X3D on the way, so that's probably why they dropped the price on the 7900X. And the 7900X or the X variants are very power hungry, and with some tuning, you could get those things to run really well performance-wise, but still not drink so much juice. Okay, I wouldn't think that they would be locked, but they are. AMD seems confused about overclocking support for the 7000 series X3D parts. AMD locks OC for Ryzen 7000 X3D, or is that just another mistake? So it looks like they have some issues with their product page because they're printing out misleading information. We still don't know what AMD is planning to launch these CPUs exactly. I mean, I would suspect it's unlocked. Okay, here we go. So thus far, AMD only confirmed it will still support automatic overclocking through Precision Boost Overdrive. The 7000 X3D series are to support Curve Optimizer, this feature, which will undoubtedly improve fine-tuning options for the 7000 series X3D components. Were not enabled on the 5000 series or the 5800 X3D. The company did not mention direct overclock support for the 7000 series X3Ds, which is why this update to the product page is more than likely another mistake. So it looks like the 7000 X3D series is to launch in February, but AMD is yet to confirm prices and exact date for when would such launch happen. Interesting. Magic, you're tripping, bro. That's funny. He said it twice. All right, so let's see what else we got because we got Rapid Miner coming on here shortly. Let's go to YouTube. Oh, I don't want to watch that. There it goes. There it goes. He's spinning. He's spinning out of control. Just skating. There's an ice slick. Oh, these guys need to slow down. These guys need to slow down. These guys need to slow down. They can't slow down. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he barely missed it. Did he hit the truck? He didn't hit the truck. Woo! Those guys are lucky. Lucky. Like, he went in between the car on the right and the car on the left. Anyways, distraction. Rabbit Mining's coming up. Where's he at? Is he not coming up? Is Rabbit not going live today? Where's Rabbit? There it is. Oh, so look, he's got a video, a pre-video video. Actually, I don't even have the sound turned on. Hang on.
Oh, nice. Hey, guys, come here. Check this out. I'm getting some miners from Miner Bros. I bet you didn't know this. With Miner Bros, what you see is what you get. The cost of the item is shipping cost to your door, including import fees. That means no hidden fees later on, unlike the other guys, which nail you at the checkout. So what are you waiting for? Get your ASICs today. Link is in the description, and code RABBIT will grant $50 off every individual item.
Okay. So it looks like Miner Bro is finally partnering up with somebody else other than Red Panda Mining. I guess it's anybody with an R and not an S. Let's see what else does video cards have. Lose 20% performance when use an external GPU. Of course, anytime you use an external GPU, it's going to lose performance. Duh. Quad slot GeForce RTX 4090 Ti Titan 800 watt graphics card has been pictured. What? What the hell is that? Jeez Louise. The hell? $18,176 CUDA cores, 48 gigabytes of GDR6X, 384-bit bus, 24 gigabit per second memory. What the hell? Why? Why? Why would you need all that? I don't know. Maybe you're doing some serious processing and compute or 3D rendering. That's crazy. That is crazy. What else? What else? Nothing else really that I see that's like super like, oh, look at that. This is interesting. Crypto miners are painting graphics card memory to sell them as new. How'd you do that? Investigation from YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I mean, no disrespect. Computer technician Paulo Wams has shown a graphics card seller on the Chinese retail platform are not truthful about selling new graphics card. Post mining graphics cards sold as brand new. All right, so they're taking mining graphics cards. It's probably not as profitable to mine with the GPUs anymore in a large scale operation at those power costs, or reselling it. First-hand experience of how to spot used graphics card. Missing stickers and screws that have been touched by a screwdriver are a good start. Yeah, usually if you look at the screws on the GPU, you can see, you know, like the edges of them kind of been worked by a screwdriver, and it might have been done multiple times, so those edges look really bad. Especially if the screws are black, you can very much tell it, and they'll try to paint it, but it's very easy to tell still, even if it was painted. Or even though some cards appear new, they have warranty stickers, no dust or scratches. They might have only been made to look this way. By far easiest thing to notice is the yellow tint on the memory and the GPU. Apparently, a new method to trick customers was created to paint the memory chips to make them look newer than they should be. The yellow tint on the memory and the GPU may result, I think Son of a Tech did a short on this, result from miners resoldering the components to newer boards, or simply excess heating during prolonged use. Whichever reason, the yellow tint is a dead giveaway that the card is not new. Apollo has shown many examples of what a post-mining GPU looks like. The memory can show various stages of degradation. A similar investigation from Tech Lab covered the topic of used mining cards sold by one of its companies in Brazil. The GPUs that were sold had a different epoxy color than the brand new ones sold by other vendors. These cards were opened during a live stream as they arrived at the office to confirm that they were not wrongdoing or tricks involved with their extensive knowledge. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we can see the epoxy difference. Yeah, I mean, this is not new. Vendors, especially vendors in you know, Asia or anywhere outside of the U.S., will try to get away with stupid shit like this, unfortunately. And you just gotta know the signs. And so this gentleman and a number of others talk about the various signs and how you can identify if your GPU is really new or not. Obviously, if you get the GPU stated that it was new and then you have to open it, you're going to have to obviously repaste, repad, and double check the memory modules, maybe the VRMs. A lot of people need to check the VRMs, the components, the MOSFETs, the SMDs, make sure there's nothing missing, chipped off, whatever, stuff like that. But, you know, typically, see, this is what gives miners a bad name. Because most miners do a really good job of maintaining their cards in a good thermal range, in a good environment, constantly cleaning it, undervolting it, underpowering it. They're not pushing it as hard as somebody who might game 20 hours a day or 16 hours a day. Yeah, they're mining 24/7, but they're mining within a comfortable range. Usually, not all the time. It really depends on the environment they're in. But miners do a really good job. Most do a really good job of maintaining their GPUs, and they last a long time. And they do everything they need to. And then when you resell it, it works just fine for gaming. Most of my GPUs are still working for my children or in other systems, my friends' systems, as gaming GPUs. So it really comes down to just the person itself, not mining as a whole. So when we attach the word mining and miners to something and it's a bad circumstance, it just paints us in a bad light. And that's why gamers continue to get mad at us and dislike our videos, even if we're talking about something that has nothing to do with mining. It just sucks because there's this stigma attached to it, and miners and gamers are still going at each other's throats. But anyways, let's go ahead and wrap up here. Rabbit Mining is going live here shortly. Well, actually, no. It's an hour from now. What am I doing? I'm over here thinking I'm late streaming. My bad. So anyways, go check out Rabbit Mining later. I got to get out of here. I got to do some work. I got to catch up on shit. So you guys have yourself a great day. Let me see here. Nothing else to tune. Standard power supply. Nobody else is super chatting me. All right, cool. Everybody's good. All right, sweet. So you guys have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned before, for some of my later viewers that watch when the stream is not live, you know, hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And keep an eye out on Twitter, Reddit, Faceballs, all that good stuff for anything I post. I haven't been posting on Facebook. I haven't created a TikTok, and I don't think I will, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, you guys take care. I'll catch you next one.